Hello, hello. Don't mind me. I'm just sitting in the tranquility room of my local spa here in Atlanta. Trying to be quiet, but the front desk is louder than me. So here we are. I have about 20 minutes before my appointment, which is for an hour-long deep tissue massage. Hallelujah. And yeah, so say hey when you come in. They require masks, so that's why my mask is on. We're inside. And this is a day in my life. I have a free Facebook group over at futureblackLifeCoaches.com. FutureblackLifeCoaches.com. I'm typing that in now for my Facebook livers. And it is there. Hey, Coach Alexis from Texas. How are you? Can you hear me? I'm going to try to whisper as loud as I can. I'm in the spa. This is part of a day in my life. This is part 2 of my self-care days that turned into about a week. So, yesterday was chiropractor where I got my weekly adjustment. I'm on their monthly membership plan. And thank you. Wait a minute, turn my alarm off. And then next door is the body waxing place. So we did our legs and some other things. And I needed a nap after all that. I'm so glad I didn't make this a day long thing. Went home, walked with my neighbor. That's our daily workout. They got me on a schedule. They're personal trainers in their minds. um, Ate good, watched some TV, listened to one of my coaches, went to sleep, and woke up early, early with an eye roll this morning to have breakfast with a colleague. It was really good. If you follow my stories, you've seen my food. I ate good. I don't know what she be doing, but I be eating. So we ate. We did some work. It was a working breakfast. We can never just sit and work. We talked and caught up, and we left from there. Went to a local co-work space where we continued our working session. She left to go get her eyebrows done. So I think my self-care journey is inspiring others. So I stayed a little bit longer. My neighbor texted me that she left her key in her door today. So I had to go collect her key from her door, which was right across from the restaurant we were at, and return that to her. Checked on her cat. Relaxed a little bit, freshened up. Took some time to just feed my plants. And here I am 30 minutes early to the spa, and I've had this spa membership for about 3 months at least, and I've never been early. I'm always right on time, or they call me like, where you at? Because I forget I have an appointment. So I do my deep tissue massages once a month. I'm on their membership plan as well. Next month, I'm going to schedule a facial. That's a free part of my membership next month, along with my deep tissue massage. After I leave here, I'm going to get my oil changed in my car and find me something really cool and fun and sweet and fruity to drink, like a slushie. And I plan on being in somebody's thrift store in a matter of hours because that's a really good stress reliever for me. And I'm cute today. I actually put on clothes. So usually I show up in some jogging pants and my company tee because I know I can go right back home. It's not too far from here. But this is a part of a day in my life. Yesterday I had coaching calls, and from my coach, I also was the coach. We got some coaching coming up. So if you're in our private Facebook group over at futurebblacklifecoaches.com, I'll share more details about joining us in this day in a life series of what really goes on behind the scenes. Because every day is not full of coaching sessions, but for me, my self-care is tops. Very, very big on self-care. And that's at the basis of coaching. But you wouldn't know that if you weren't certified with me. So we talk a lot about self-care, the foundational principles of coaching, and things like that. So if you see me glance and I'm watching for my masseuse, she'll come and get me when they're ready for me. I don't have my glasses. Oh, I forgot, Coach Alexis. I can make my font bigger. There we go. Says I'm okay. Took some time for myself today away from all things. Had a death in family. Yes, I've had 3 deaths this week, so I totally get it. I had a cousin who is younger than me, had colon cancer. He passed away on Memorial Day. I talked to him a couple weeks ago. Um, and so my mentor from college, who basically sponsored my entire college education, $100,000 in scholarships and grants, and someone who just really looked out for me from beginning of my freshman, before my freshman year began, all the way to me sending her my mentor or my mentee. I'm like, go ask for Dr. Jenkins, because Dr. Jenkins was the hookup at Clark Atlanta University. Give me some water here. But yeah, she passed away recently. She was 89 years old. She was one that we just never, we thought she would live forever. She took such good care of her babies. Um, I was in the honors program at Clark Atlanta University here in Atlanta, Georgia. We were the Black Nerds. I was her TA, teaching assistant. So I taught a group of incoming freshmen, which was really my beginning of my journey into training. I got to consult with them for what to do with their money when they got it, because these were kids coming from all walks of life. We made good grades. I came a couple years before them, or I should say a couple semesters, and they were getting these refund checks for thousands of dollars, and they're like, what should I do with all this money? So I was their financial counselor. I was their mentor. I gave them work to do for the classes. I was their honor OG. So it's part of my story I don't get to share a lot because I really didn't think that far back, I guess. But my mentor, Dr. Jenkins, was the inspiration behind that. Hey, Els. Thank you, Coach Alexis. Same for you. We're praying for a couple of our coaches who have experienced losses. I'll be at my great aunt's funeral tomorrow afternoon, spending most of the day with my family on my grandfather's side. So my great aunt Bertha was my grandfather's sister. Beautiful lady inside and out, always smiling, very supportive of what I was doing. And so I'll share her picture probably tomorrow. She came to an event I did when I was first getting started in business. Brought her grandbaby. It was just so helpful. And quite frankly, I'm tired of going to funerals. But I made a promise that I would be at hers. So I'm going to go. And I got a cute dress, so that helps. She would like that. So, yeah, we are all dealing with our own process of grieving, and having things like self-care in place is great to help keep you motivated and focused. Making sure that you're taking care of you as you deal with things in your outside world. And that's the basis of coaching. It's a self process first that begins within before you actually start helping other people achieve their goals. Because I actually heard a coach say before that she had started getting jealous of her clients and the progress they were making. But it was all because she didn't have her own goals set. And so for me, my goal in life is peace. Hey, Coach Deb. So I want mental peace, and self-care is a part of that. So to know that I took an hour out of my day to leave my house, to feed myself very well, so much so I had leftovers at the house. My home is clean. I got time to come get a massage, and this is an ongoing process weekly for me that I'm held accountable to by payments, by phone calls and texts, like where you at? We got you on this calendar. And it's an amazing accountability process. So because I keep this schedule now for myself, I'm here to encourage my coaches. So this is just a fraction of my day, you know. The day continues when I leave here to go take care of my car, because that's part of self-care. You got to be able to get from A to B. So everything from washing, getting her detailed and cleaned out, to oil change and check the battery and brakes and tires and tune-ups and everything else that a car requires. All of that regular maintenance is important for my car too. She loves self-care as well. So that's all I got for you guys. Got about 15 minutes. I'm not sure she'll come get me early, but I'm gonna go lay on this table and get rubbed on. She's very, very good, very, very thorough. So I'm gonna get us some deep tissue. And I appreciate this process of people who are professionals at what they do, so I can be a professional at what I do. Next week I'm taking 24 away from, yep, yes. And you may need longer than that. Like I said, mine, because my chiropractors, they are African American women as well, and so they love to know that I come in weekly. And they're like, yes, self care, yes. They cheer me on. But I realized I needed longer than a day, because if I would have tried to do spa, waxed, chiropractor, blah, blah, blah yesterday, I would have had an attitude. The waxing was a whole job in and of itself, and I needed a nap and what you call it, like a goody powder. I was like, you know what? All this ripping and pulling and tearing my skin. So yeah, you may need 2 days. So if you can, double that, okay? To give yourself time to recoup from the self-care process, because a lot of this stuff is designed to detox us, like the massage. Most people would just want to go home, take a shower, take a nap, relax, eat good. That's what I did yesterday after self-caring. But today, depending on how I feel, when I leave, I know I'm going to go get me a fun drink and then take care of at least the oil change on my car. And hopefully I'll make it out in time to stop by a thrift store or two. But yeah, just like with vacation, sometimes you need time to recoup from a vacation. It's fun as you're there, but you still gotta catch back up. So, congratulations on taking time away, and don't feel bad if you need more time. Take it if you can, because that's a part of the day in the life of a really good life coach. Because I show up like this, I got to show up for my clients like this. And it's a pleasure. So when people call and they check in and asking for information on our upcoming certification, or what trainings we have, they're like, you're so peaceful. It's just something about you. You're so easy to talk to. You're not stressed or pressed for money. I don't feel like you're pressuring me to buy anything. It's like, no, because my self-care practice is peace, so I can show up peacefully. So that's what I do. So I believe it's a very important part of self-care. So this is a part of the series of a day in the life. I'm going to try to put together like a video montage, because y'all know me, as I'm out and about. I'm taking selfies and adding things to my stories, but everybody doesn't get to see it, and everybody doesn't get to see behind the scenes of a life coach. All of us don't coach all day, every day. I think it would be super draining if you did. But if you're like me and you really implement self-care into your weekly routine, when you do show up to coach, you can pour and pour and pour, and you get creative and inspired, and your impact expands as a result. And it also helps when you surround yourself with others who are taking very good care of themselves, so that your journey is inspiring other people and their journey is inspiring you. So yeah. And you don't have to spend all day at the spa. You can do your hour massage like me and go rule the world afterwards. So fit it in as you can, as you see fit for your lifestyle. But it is a very beneficial part of the life coaching process. It's actually a requirement. Um, it's in a book. It's 28 Self-Love something. Anyway, it's a book by Thomas J. Leonard, the founder of life coaching, which is where I got my inspiration about a year ago. He literally has a list of things that his trainers must do in order to stay fit as coaches and really serve the world. And so I've really been on myself to stick with that list as a trainer, as a coach, as a legacy builder, a legacy leaver. So hopefully something I shared inspired you guys. If you're new here, hey girl, it's the first time I've done a live with a mask on inside a spa. If you want to join our tribe of future Black Life Coaches, head over to futurebblacklifecoaches.com. It's our free Facebook group. We have a 3-day summer camp coming up soon, and I would love to have you guys there. I'll be sharing information in the group soon. So again, futurebblacklifecoaches.com. Are there any questions? I'm sitting here cross-eyed trying to read the screen. Left my glasses in the car. I was like, I don't need my shades. I ain't got my glasses. I just broke myself. Are there any questions before I go? We got like 10 minutes before she comes to get me. Any questions? I know Facebook sometimes experiences a delay, but that's okay. So if you comment and I'm no longer live, just tag me so it'll alert me and let me know. I'm going to check my emails one more time before I go and turn this phone off and lay on this table and get hands laid on me. Anointed hands. All right, guys, until we meet again, my friends, remember there's someone somewhere. They're waiting on you, future Black Life Coach, to walk in your destiny so they can walk into theirs. Because it's when you let your own light shine, you give others permission to do the same. I'm Dr. AJ Austin, founder of the International Center for Life Coach Training, LLC, where we train Black women of faith to become certified life coaches online in one day. Want to know more? Want to see how it's possible? Check out futurebblacklifecoaches.com. Join us in our exclusive Facebook community for Future Black Life Coaches. And I'll see y'all soon. Have a phenomenal day, coaches. Bye, y'all.